Overlooking Austria's remarkable Wachau Valley is the gracious Göttweig Abbey. Built on land donated by Passau's Bishop Altmann, this stunning Baroque monastery complex, inspired by Spain's Escorial, is actually the third version, with fires destroying most of the monastery in 1580 and again in 1718.
The monastery is 900 years old. Göttweig is a very special place with a great history. It is a spiritual place, a place for freedom, a place for peace. It is a place where the people come together and they go away with much power in the heart.
Göttweig is a Benedictine monastery, an order founded by Saint Benedict of Nursia, a 6th century monk who established the Abbey of Monte Cassino on a hilltop southeast of Rome around 529 AD. An astute and critical scholar of religious practices, Saint Benedict clarified the way European monasteries are organized, how monks should live and work, and what the focus of their religious life should be. His thoughts evolved into the book The Rule of Saint Benedict, a guide for balancing prayer, reading and work, ora, lege et labora in Latin.
Ora, pray, labora, work, and lege means to read. Saint Benedict ordered every monk of his monastery must learn to read and to write. Everybody should read the Gospel for himself. In the daily life of the monks until now, every monk there is a time reserved to read.
And I understand also during meals, you have silent meals, but there is a reader.
Yes, the reader has the possibility to eat afterwards. We read during the lunch and in the suppers in the evening,
yes.
Both.
And I noticed in your private quarters you have a special reading chair.
I like to sit there. Reading, it makes the view wide and large.
From the beginning, Göttweig has operated differently than most Benedictine monasteries.
We are not so contemplative in our life like other Benedictines. For example, the French monasteries are all contemplative. They do not go outside.
Göttweig always focused on outreach, which was a blessing when Holy Roman Emperor Joseph II began his massive reforms.
Monasteries which have been contemplative, Joseph II says that is not necessary. We need parish priests, we need monks and sisters in the hospitals, we need monks and sisters in the schools, all others you can forget. He dissolved 700 monasteries, but Göttweig survived.
Today, Göttweig continues to focus on the world beyond the monastery walls.
We care for many parishes, 35 at the moment. We take care for schools.
Who are teaching in the high schools?
Yes, philosophy. And we have some in the hospitals. We have a house for retreats and a house for young people.
I understand you've also gotten involved with the immigration situation.
Yes, that's nothing new for us. Every crisis, if it has been Poland, if it has been Croatia, we have always refugees in our monastery. And at the moment, it's families of Syria. We try to help so good as possible.
While Göttweig is headed by Abbot Columban, I was surprised to learn he has a cabinet of sorts, and that all the monks have a voice in leadership and the direction of the monastery.
I'm elected by the brothers, and then there is the second man on my side is the prior. Then the third man is the sub-prior. And then the monks. They are 5 persons. And if there is a problem in the monastery, I call these 5, come and we have a discussion how to solve.
So every vote for every layer counts equally?
That's equally, yes.
Equal count,
Yeah. It's a democratic system which reached back to the 6th century of St. Benedict. It's no creation of our time, but it's very, very modern.
To fund Göttweig's many parishes and support programs, the monastery's extensive lands are put to work, with more than 13,000 acres of woodlands being selectively harvested to ensure this treasured forest endures the test of time. The slopes around Göttweig are also used to produce the grapes that create the wines for which the Wachau is famous. Grüne Veltliner, Riesling, Chardonnay and Pinot Noir, as well as wines used in Holy Mass. And then there's the Marille, another Wachau favourite. It's also grown under the watchful eye of Göttweig monks, in partnership with nearby orchards and right on the monastery grounds.
That's very nice.
Transformed into tasty juices, jams and even schnapps, ultimately the Marille is yet another way for Göttweig to continue and enhance its community outreach. Though Göttweig has survived nearly 10 centuries, serving amid the distractions of the modern world has perhaps never been more daunting, requiring absolute focus from every monk.
I think the rule of St. Benedict will help the monk to be a man who has a good disposition to heaven, but also good disposition to the earth. It is important that the monk lives his vocation, not only in the monastery, but also outside the monastery. I think everybody can be happy in his life. If I'm in a family, or if I'm alone, if I'm a monk in a monastery, it is important that I live that. What I see, that is my vocation.
At Göttweig, I experienced calmness, a sense of peace, and moments of spontaneous joy. It wasn't the world I'd imagined, but rather one rich in history and spirit, shared by some of the friendliest people I've met.
We are delighted to welcome Viking guests to Göttweig Abbey.
Göttweig opens the door to an intriguing world that I found fascinating. I hope you too will have the chance to explore its many treasures.